Good morning. My name is Eric Lang, and this is another installment of my channel, author Eric Lang. Today we'll be talking about a different people-centric project management phenomena. It's called It's Really Not Intuitive. It is a section in the book, Engagement, Focus, Intention, and Project Management. Of the almost 80 people-centric project management phenomena, this one talks about how everyone recognizes the phenomena. Like when we talk about the circular firing squad or Frankenstein processes, no one hears the terminology, reads a section of the book and says, well, gosh, that's just impossible. That never happened, or I don't recognize that. Everyone recognizes it right away. But what I've noticed is that there isn't an acknowledgement of the repeatability and the predictability of these phenomena. Also, just how many of them there really are, because there's a lot of predictable people-centric project management phenomena. These are psychological artifacts of humans working in a project management environment. Whenever two or more people get together to accomplish a task, some sort of organized task, you will have people-centric project management phenomena. And one of the critical aspects of maintaining project quality and velocity is knowing that these are going to happen before they happen. So this predictability leads to the ability to lay them all out and list them. And then having that list allows for prescience in predicting when they're going to happen. And being able to predict when they're going to happen allows you to formulate a strategy ahead of time. And it really makes a difference between having something blindside a project manager and everyone standing around saying, well, what are we going to do next? Or having these weird little human characteristics just eroding at the performance of your project execution. If we have really good awareness ahead of time, it makes a big difference. And the fact that it's not intuitive is why there doesn't seem to be a list of them anywhere. When I started making the list, I was shocked that the list just kept getting longer and longer. The current Engagement, Focus, Intention, and Project Management book has almost 80 of these, plus there's some tangential topics that would probably grow that number to much more. And then all of those non-intuitive phenomena, they all operate within this engagement, focus, intention framework for engaging them. So there's a whole structure here that has a lot to do with how successful project velocity and quality is going to happen. It's all around people, and for some reason, it's not universally acknowledged. And because it's not intuitive, the fundamental phenomenon there, each of these people-centric project management phenomena needs to have a title. It needs to have a name, something that people are going to remember. And that was one of the goals of the book, was to take these non-intuitive phenomena, make a list of them, and it is a long list, and give them memorable nomenclature, some terminology that people will be like, I remember this, I remember that. I think one of the really good ones is angels on a pinhead, probably the single most egregious nightmare people-centric project management phenomena that there is. And the people who've read the book and read that one, that's the one they remember. They remember the other ones, but that's the one where if I pass them in the hall or something, they'll just call it out because they can remember it. And it's the one that most project managers have some serious PTSD. So the fact that they're non-intuitive, the fact that there's not a list, and that knowledge of these is necessary for success, and having a common language of what the phenomena are, that's what the book does. It lists them all, gives the common language, helps beat down that non-intuitive aspect of this and give a project manager the tools. Many of the phenomena that you're reading here, you will experience them. So here's the next level on this is after you've acknowledged they're not intuitive, after you've acknowledged that awareness is key, after you've read the lists and you have the names, is as you go about your day-to-day life as a project manager, you will see these pop up. They'll just jump up in front of you and you'll be like, that's this, and that's that, and that's this. And you will see these happen on a daily basis. I got to say it's a little disconcerting because the predictability is much, much higher than I had expected. And when I take a new role in my professional life, I have a lot of fun with it, because as I go through my project management duties, which are part of what my responsibilities are, I can on a daily basis call out each phenomena as they occur by the name that I've given them in the book. So it's a predictability, and but what's really nice about that is with that kind of predictability, prescience, that knowledge, that foreknowledge, we'll call it foreknowledge, going forward, it's a tremendous stress reduction. You know, when you're dealing with a circular firing squad, when you're dealing with the Frankenstein processes, when all of these different unique phenomena occur, and normally you'd be caught off guard, you already have a very comfortable language to go with it, and it's not a surprise, and you know other people have dealt with it, and the stress level goes way down. And your colleagues will recognize this in your efforts. They will see you handling project management situations deftly and with low tension and low stress in a way that's perhaps even unique. And it can be outputting for them as well, because they're expecting you to be more upset, but you already knew this was going to happen. You can see the precursor interactions occurring that were going to lead to the phenomena. And as a result, you predicted it before it even happened. And having experienced this in the past, you already have the tools in your toolbox to deal with it. Life gets so much less stressful, and project velocity and quality increase accordingly. So, people-centric project management phenomena. It's not intuitive. It's real. And that non-intuitiveness demands a common language, and it requires documentation so that we can all consult. And that was really the driving purpose for the book. If I could just get all of my colleagues to read a copy, it would just make my life so much easier, and their lives so much easier, because we would be able to take a lot of these human things that happen. No one really doesn't really have that common language and awareness. If we get that common language and awareness, project management becomes a lot more reasonable and manageable. Manageable project management. That's what we're going for here. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video, and have a fantastic day. We'll do this again next week. Goodbye.